Hi, are you ever curious about the search engines that help your computer function? Let's take a look.
Okay, so I'm going to be talking about social search function. What is it? It's an effort to provide fewer, more relevant, and trustworthy search results based on a person's network of social contract, according to Loudon. Coyle says that poster status updates containing links that match the user's query can be integrated with regular search results. So how does this differ from conventional search engines? It's less thorough because it doesn't provide millions of responses because it's based on your social contract. Also, it reviews friends' recommendations, past web visits, and use of like buttons throughout the internet instead of mathematical algorithms such as Google or other search engines would. Now for some examples of social search. Facebook search is an example, and it will give you results based on what your friends have liked. So as you can see, I looked up restaurants near me, and it gave me results based on what my friends have gone to and what is the closest. Next, Facebook search also allows you to apply filters to your results. So I looked up concerts near me, and you can decide if you want to see the posts from just your friends, from anyone, the public. You can decide what post type you want to see, like posts you've already seen or just all posts, what groups they're related to, the location, and the date posted. And then another example of a social search is Google+, which allows users to add a +1 to websites they've liked or found useful, and it allows their friends to find these pages easier. So I just liked a Betty White page just because I like Betty White, and then my friends and anyone who knows me can see that page and find it easier than they might have, and it might show up on like their recommended. And then this is my page, so it shows like posts that are more relevant to what I would need.
Alright, so now we're going to talk about semantic searches. And the goal of semantic searches, as you can see here, is to understand human language and behavior. So basically to predict your searches. And how are these used? Well, they're used through complex algorithms that can capture more of what the user is intending to search and what they mean by their searches. So what does this mean? It means that, well, platforms like Google can anticipate what you're going to search. The more you research, the more platforms like Google are going to predict the information you are looking for. Suggested search terms are used the more a person researches about a topic, and this information was found by Loudon in 2018. So, how is this different from your traditional or conventional searches? Well, the predictions and the anticipations of the searches. So, follow me over here, I'll show you an example. One way semantic search is used on Google is to autocorrect your misspellings. It has been snowing a lot here, so as you can see, I searched, why is it snowing so much in Montana, except I did not spell it right. Google, thankfully, autocorrected for me, and so I can just simply click on this, and it'll take me to what I'm looking for. The next example is Google will display your information as graphics. So we all love Bob Ross, so I researched Bob Ross, and what pops up? This whole graphic about Bob Ross, including images from his show and his paintings. So very useful for people who are trying to find quick information or get a quick idea about who Bob Ross is. Another example of semantic search is that it will generate conversational queries and results. Everyone loves Mariah Carey, just curious how old this woman is. So I looked it up. She is 48 years old. Well, there's other people, other celebrities I might be curious about. So Google, using semantic search, will generate these additional research topics to talk about, which could also be Jennifer Lopez, Nick Cannon, her ex-husband, or Celine Dion. And through that, you can just keep clicking and it'll just keep generating different results about what you may be curious on. Final example is Google created this new algorithm called Hummingbird, which allows a conversational search aspect to be created. For example, how tall is LeBron James? 6'8". Thought he was taller than that, but you know, because we all can't be 7 feet tall. Anyways, you can type in then who is his wife. But bam, pops up Savannah James. So you go from who's LeBron James to Google being able to predict who you're talking about when you say who is his wife. And again, another conversational query where more people are listed. Thank you.
Mobile search. Well, what is mobile search? Mobile search is the act of querying a search engine from an internet-connected device such as a smartphone. So as you can see here, this person is using Google on his smartphone, which is an example of a mobile search. So kind of how mobile search is changing the game. Well, mobile search is used for more specific information, kind of like around you. So like, say I want to find the nearest McDonald's. I go to my Google, type in nearest McDonald's to me, and it'll come up with the results near me. It's also used for quick results, like if there was say the Bobcats were playing and I wanted to look up the score of the game, I could type in Bozeman, Montana, Bobcat score, and it would bring up the score of the game. So it's used for those kind of quick, on-the-go searches. So kind of how it's changed how we search. Well, Google, Amazon, and Yahoo all created new interfaces to make like online shopping and online searching and all that kind of stuff more convenient for you. So it's more hands-on, easier to use, that kind of stuff. Google also created an algorithm that favors sites that look better. So obviously if you have a smartphone, it's much smaller than a computer. So websites are going to look different depending on the size of the screen you have. So Google favors sites that look better on these smaller screens. So if a site doesn't look good, it's not likely to pop up.
All right, so there's been a lot of talk about conventional search engines. Let's break that down. Conventional search engines are those such as Google, Yahoo, and Bing. They're information retrieval technologies, and so ultimately they're just user-friendly interfaces that help you surf the web. Google. These search engines implement proximity searches. For example, you can type food in Google and it'll return restaurants or grocery stores around you. These searches also utilize text relevance. Searching the chorus of that catchy song that's stuck in your head can return the artist, the name of the song, and other information about it just based on the text relevance. And then they also implement Boolean queries, which are similar to Excel functions. Some basic Boolean queries are and, or, and not. They aim to return a more accurate or a narrower or broader spectrum of results based on which one you use. For example, you can type Airbnb Bozeman or Big Sky, and that way you get more results for whatever you want. Thanks.
Thanks for coming by. I hope you learned a lot about search engines.